Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel. And welcome back to an episode of the Indianapolis Bolts Relocation franchise here on MLB The Show 24. In the last episode, we had a really good episode in terms of winning baseball games. We got back on top of the Pirates by a game and a half because we had a nice little stretch here at the end of the month beating the Cardinals and beating the Reds. We've gotten back on top of the Pirates. We did end up playing the Pirates and taking 2 of 3 against them, so we do play them again at the end of this month and in the beginning of this month, so those are some pretty important series. But it was a good episode in that term, but it was a horrific episode in every other sense because we suffered some major injuries. Not only did we lose Kyle Tucker for 1 to 2 months, we also lost one of our starting pitchers, one of our better starting pitchers, Freddie Peralta, for the season and for the postseason. Now, there's a chance, there's a small, slight chance that he comes back for the World Series, but I highly, highly doubt that. And who knows? I mean, the past 2 years, we made the playoffs and got bumped in the wild card round. So who knows? Like, why am I thinking World Series? We might not even make it out of the wild card round. So Freddie Peralta is basically done for the year. And in the last episode, I was talking about possibly making a trade for basically the definition of a half a year rental. Because we do have Kyle Harrison, but we've had Kyle Harrison up here before. He pitched in 32 games a couple of years ago. He went 9-12 and got destroyed. And that's kind of what's happening again this year, but he's only pitched in 5 games. So I don't know if I want to keep Kyle Harrison up here or if I want to move him back down to AAA and make that trade for a half a year rental. And that half a year rental was probably going to be, if I can find him here, Patrick Sandoval. He's on the last year of his deal. He enters free agency after this season. He's a 5-6 record right now. He's getting hit pretty hard. His whip is pretty high. His ERA is pretty high. His WAR is not very high. So it's not like he's pitching amazingly and we'd be like stealing him from the Angels who have hopes to be like a playoff team or anything. They might have hopes to be a playoff team, but their number one pitcher's not pitching amazingly this year. But I do think I would trust Patrick Sandoval a little bit more. Maybe that's like famous last words or something, but I do feel like I would trust Sandoval a little bit more than trusting Kyle Harrison at this point. And Mizorowski's not ready yet. Ramirez is certainly not ready yet. None of these guys are ready to get called up. So I think that is the move that we will end up making, but I'm not going to make it right now because not only do we have the draft, we also got all-star stuff before we handle trade deadline stuff. So let's get to the draft because it's in 8 days. And I think, is this the series that we have 2 first-round picks in? I can't remember, honestly. I guess we'll check when we get to the thing. Ooh, and a big trade as we start the episode. The Cubs are acquiring Alejandro Kirk from the Blue Jays for a couple of young prospects. 1 pitching prospect and 1 shortstop prospect. Okay. I see the vision. He's 27 years old. He's not hitting very well at all. Who knows if he was starting in Toronto or not. I don't know. But he's on the final year of his deal, so I mean, maybe the Cubs are thinking the same thing we're thinking. Scouting assignment day. Do we have multiple first-round picks? I can't remember if this is the series that we have that in or not. And it is. Okay, so we pick at number 21 and number 32. And we also have 2 second-round picks as well. So we might be able to stash away a few really, really solid prospects here. We certainly might need to be scouting some good players because we could be getting some very solid prospects in our farm system if we're not careful. But it's a lot of starting pitching, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because we could always use starting pitching. But ooh, the Angels are where Sandoval's at. Oh, but they don't want to give me Sandoval. Sandoval is a pitcher that we are looking at. But they want to give me Alan Rangel or Rangel. I don't know how to say his name. I don't even know who he is, to be honest with you. He could be a made-up guy. He looks real. He's 26. He's not. I mean, he's pitching really well in Double A, but a 28-year-old deep potential pitcher for Roger Huerta. You want Roger Huerta? One of my bright spots in the bullpen? No. Get out of here. We'll come back to you in a couple of weeks with that Patrick Sandoval trade. Trevor Rogers flexor strain. He's only out for a couple days, though. Look at the win streak we're going on, by the way. Monsterio's got 2 home runs in the game. We beat them 15-8. Oh, my God, we are cooking. We finally lose a game, but I mean, we've put ourselves in quite the position. 3.5 games up on the Pirates. This is a massive series against them as we enter the All-Star break. Kyle Harrison has a shutout going. I like to see that. He doesn't hold the shutout, but we do get the win anyway. And now JB Bukauskas still injured. Okay, I thought I read that the wrong way. I thought he was getting injured, but he's still injured. We're gonna move him to the. We're gonna move him to the, or keep him. We'll keep him on the 15-day. I was gonna move him to the 60-day, but I feel like that's excessive. The Mariners get Ha-Seong Kim from the Padres for 3 players, 2 young prospects and 1 25-year-old. Okay. Interesting choice, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. And here it is, the first-year player draft. Go to the draft at our prospects. We pick at number 21 and number 32 in the first round. So we can do some damage here. We can certainly do some damage if I scout by everybody that we have scouted. We have a lot of guys at 100%. This guy is third on our board. He's a 6'1" pitcher from Illinois. He's got a lot of good potential. Really good strikeouts per 9, really good stamina. He's got average walks per 9, home runs per 9, and control. Danny Stroud looks slightly better than him. Danny Stroud, I'm definitely going to add to my queue. Doug Sandoval, he's got the power. He's 5'8", from Canada. Okay. I do like a good Canadian baseball player. He's got a lot of power. He could be an option for us. He's number 36. But you got to remember, in MLB The Show, the draft ranks mean literally nothing. I mean, this guy, Doug Sandoval, could go top 3 if they want him to. So, like, it's possible. Sammy Acevedo has decent power and contact. He might be a little bit better overall than the Sandoval guy because he's got a little bit more well-rounded stuff. Really, Sandoval is just pure power. But Acevedo, and he's a little bit taller. 234. Wow, he's a big boy. Yeah, I mean, Sammy Acevedo might be a little bit better of a player. Bruce Martin, starting pitcher with... Ooh, Bruce Martin throws some straight gas. Okay. I'm starting to like some of these guys. Domingo Villegas, or Villegas, I think it's Villegas. He looks pretty well-rounded. Manny Zarate. He's a shortstop that's really just defensive and slightly fast. I mean, maybe down the board, maybe in the second round, but I don't really think he's going to be that good. I might not even put him on the board. I'm going to remove him. He doesn't look amazing to me. Wes Gregory is a 6'2" pitcher from Colorado. He looks okay, but not amazing. Cruz Soto, great name, by the way. He's got really good power and good contact. You know what? Nice little third base power option. I like that. Nicholas Rico, we didn't get him fully scouted, but, I mean, right off the bat, he looks amazing at 50%. There's no way this is actually what he looks like, but I'm going to keep him on the board, or keep him on my list just in case, because, I mean, that looks pretty fantastic. There's no way he actually is that good. Brandon Owens is injured. He looks pretty solid, even though he is injured, but I don't think I want to take that risk, at least not in the first round. J.J. Hamill, we got to 95%. They usually make their bullpen and closing pitchers pretty good in this game, so we might want to keep an eye on him. Gene Meyer, pretty well-rounded, but nothing special. I've seen better. Michael Wong is an unbelievable speed center fielder and defensive center fielder. Can hit for a little bit of contact. He could be like a pseudo Stephen Kwan kind of guy, although he's pretty fast. He's faster than Kwan, but I might keep him on my list just for the speed reasons alone. Frederick Reagan, third baseman with not a lot of pop. Cam Elliott, second baseman with nothing really special. Kiki Wooten, like the name, but he doesn't really do anything great. Trey Anderle, 5'11", third baseman, doesn't do anything that great. Johnny Reyes. We're back to the beginning. Okay. And I don't think Danny Reyes really impressed me that much. I mean, he's got really high possible potential, but knowing my luck, he's probably only going to have like 90 potential or something like that, or it's maybe going to be in the 80s. I don't know. I think I like my board. I think I like the guys that we have an eye on. I really like this Michael Wong guy. I hope he's available in the second round because that could be a nice speed option to go to on the bench in the future. So we will go to the draft and we will see what's available for us at 21 and at number 32 in the competitive balance rounds. So let's start the draft. Rockies are up first, and it looks like they're going to take a guy with a beard. Is it the guy on our board? Danny Stroud on our board, and he goes number 1 overall. See, that's what I'm talking about. He's ranked number 25 in baseball and number 9 on our board, and he goes number 1 overall. These rankings mean literally nothing. So you kind of just have to, it's a game of luck. It's a game of chance, like you're going to the casino. Keith Grissom, we didn't scout him because we knew we didn't have a chance to get him. But he goes number 2 over to the Tigers. And then who's this? This is Alberts Aliman, or Aliman. I don't know how to say his name. He's a starting pitcher, and he is going number 3 to the Nationals. Good for him. All right, we are up at number 4. Who is going to go? I mean, it's not like we can make any trades, so we might as well just sim to the Bolts pick. And it looks like a lot of guys that we had on our board got taken. It's not ideal. So obviously we knew Danny Stroud went. But then Frederick Reagan goes. I wasn't too high on Frederick Reagan, so that's not a big deal. Kiki Wooten wasn't high on him. Doug Sandoval I did like for the power. Who else was on our board? Cam Elliott didn't like. Brandon Owens I did like a little bit, but you know what? That's the first one that I'm kind of upset about. But, I mean, he's injured too, so who knows how good he actually is. Manny Zarate looks okay. He was that speed defensive guy that didn't really do much else. And then Sammy Acevedo. Oh, this is probably my pick. Sammy Acevedo is probably going to be my pick, and he goes number 16 to the Blue Jays. That's kind of annoying. All right, so we are up. Sammy Acevedo was going to be my pick. He's not available, so we could take Bruce Martin. Wouldn't be a bad option. He looks pretty solid. He throws absolute gas. Actually, he doesn't throw gas. He's just got really good strikeouts per night. He throws not really that hard at all. I was reading the wrong stat. Domingo Villegas looks pretty well-rounded. Wes Gregory looks okay. Cruz Soto. I kind of like Cruz Soto. He's got decent power, decent contact. His vision could be pretty good. But is he a first-round pick material? I don't know if there's anybody else on our board that is. I mean, I might take Johnny Reyes, but I just don't like the way that he looks, really. I don't know. I'm not really feeling Johnny Reyes. He might end up being a really good player, but I'm just not feeling the vibes on Johnny Reyes. I'm kind of feeling him on Bruce Martin and Cruz Soto. I think it's between those two guys. I think it's going to be Cruz Soto. One of these three guys is going to be there at 32. Johnny Reyes, Bruce Martin, or Villegas, and Wes Gregory, to be honest. Somebody's going to be here at 32. So I'm going to take Cruz Soto. Although Rico's here too, but Rico's the one that, Rico's the one, the crazy power, or the crazy stats, but he's only at 50%, so we don't know. That's probably not what he actually is. I'm going to take Cruz Soto at number 21. 71 to 86 potential. 18 years old, got a lot of room to grow, and he's got decent stats. So we're going to see how many other players are here. It looks like I was wrong. It looks like all four of those pitchers got taken beforehand. I thought for sure at least one of them would be there. Wes Gregory's still here, but Wes Gregory was the guy that I wasn't really the highest on. Do we take a chance at Rico? Do we take a chance on Nicholas Rico? There's no way he's going to be this good. Absolutely no way he's going to be this good. But I'm very curious to see how good he is. So I'm going to take a chance on him. Nicholas Rico is our second option. He's a right fielder. He's 6'3". He's a big body. There's absolutely no way he's as good as it says he is, but we're going to take him anyway. And now everybody that I've scouted has been drafted, including Michael Wong, which is kind of annoying because I wanted to take him in this round. I probably should have taken him at 32 if I wanted him, but if I would have taken him there, then I wouldn't have had the other guy. I wouldn't have had the dude I just took. So now that's kind of sucky that we're in the second round. We already have to start taking guys who we don't know anything about. But I'm just gonna take guys that are that look really, really good, because how far could they drop, really? I mean, they're that good. How far could they drop in their stats? I mean, look at this relief pitcher. He's got all these stats that are pretty good. Is he really gonna be that bad? Probably. Here's a 6-foot pitcher, Sean Liriano. Oh my God, this guy's got a lot. I mean, look at it. How bad can this guy be? He could probably be pretty bad, but I'm going to take a flyer on him. He's a relief pitcher. We're going to take him. Why not? Why not get a little crazy? Why not get a little crazy? I mean, we already missed out on some of the guys that I wanted, so Paul Guthrie? Throw some good stuff. Marcus Mora, he's 6'5". You know what? I was thinking about taking Paul Guthrie, but I'm going to take Marcus Mora. Solely because he's 6'5" and he potentially throws absolute fire. George Gray is available. Relief pitcher. Rick Hughes. Roy Escalara. Ken Britton. Is there anybody else that has the power? Who has the power? Derek Amoras. He could be a nice relief pitcher. I don't think there's going to be anybody else that has crazy good pop to their bat. But to be fair, they probably don't have that pop anyway, even if I scouted them a little bit more. I'm going to take this guy. He's got a funny name. Mauri Villafuerte, I think is how you would pronounce that. We're going to take him. What round are we in? We're in round 5. So we got 2 more picks. 2 more picks before we get out of here in this draft. Steven Sosa, Goodwin, Luther Brantley, 6'1". Could be a nice little relief pitcher. Omar Vega, 5'8". You know what? I'm going to take a flyer on Omar Vega. He's 5'8". He's a little guy. He could be good. He's probably going to be trash, but he could be good. This guy's got a crazy beard. Dominic Rice, Aaron Rubel, Jason Beach, Pedro Ortiz. He's probably got to be good because he's got the combination of 2 great Boston Red Sox players. Cesar Dorta, Rene Ruiz. There's got to be somebody else. Wouldn't it be crazy if I just hit on all of these picks, even though I'm just completely guessing? That'd be pretty funny, wouldn't it? Okay, there's not that many options of players to take, so I might as well just take... this catcher could be good, but he's probably going to be garbage. No, I'm not going to take him. But I do have to pick somebody pretty soon. Let's take Jason Beach. Why not? He wears a turtleneck. You know you can trust him. All right. How good did I do? Probably not very good at all, for being totally honest. Today is the Home Run Derby. Do we have anybody in the Home Run Derby? We do, actually. We have Adolis Garcia in the Home Run Derby. Well, I might as well try to win it. Let's go try it.
Welcome to the Home Run Derby. 8 hitters will battle head-to-head in a single elimination bracket. In each round, the contestants will be given 4 minutes to hit as many home runs as possible. If a contestant hits 2 home runs 440 feet or further, let's...
All right, here we go. It's time. We're going up against the 4-seeded Luke Raley. Not the greatest competition, I wouldn't think, but he is the 4-seed, so he's having a good year. All right, Dolis. Let's do the dang thing and hit some home runs in Kauffman. 451's a good start. I will say that. 448's a great start. 2 home runs and already earned the bonus time. That might be the quickest I've earned the bonus time in a while. Usually it takes me at least a couple minutes to get in the groove and hit a couple 440s, but we do it right off the bat. But now I'm starting to slip a little bit. Slip. Just got to focus up. Adolis Garcia, I want you to win the Home Run Derby. I have gone on a little bit of a winning streak of sorts in the Home Run Derby. The last couple times I've tried it, I've gotten the W, which is not something that happens if you're familiar with the channel. That is not something that happens very often in these seasons. And it doesn't look like it's going to happen this time either, because I'm hitting the ball pretty well, but they're not going over the wall. And when they do go over the wall, they are foul. And this pitcher is just giving me some BS. What kind of throw was that? Threw it down on my knees, at my shins. I've only got 6 home runs. 7 now. I got to at least get to double digits. Now, I do have the extra 30 seconds, but that's only going to do you so much. I got to go on a little bit of a run here. That's dead center. 464. That ball was crushed. When do I use the timeout, though? When do I use the Probably getting pretty close. I'm on a little bit of a hot streak here, though. Oh, as soon as I mention it, I missed one. You know what? Okay, now we need to use the timeout. Now it's time to use the timeout. Get a little bit of that energy back. Oh, how did I not hit that one for a home run? It's kind of crazy. If I can get to 16 or 17, I feel like that'll be a nice little number to fend off Luke Raleigh or Rayleigh. I'm just gonna call him Luke Skywalker. All right, that one should be not out of there. We're into bonus time. I have achieved 16. I've achieved 17. Look at this comeback I've had. I had like 3 or 6 or something crazy like that, and there was like 2 minutes to go. That should be 20. It barely is. All right, 20 is a respectable number. 20 is a respectable number for sure. We'll see what Luke can do in these 4 minutes. He's already got 2, and he earned one of the stars for bonus time. But he swung. Oh, he's going to lose. He swung and missed in the home run derby. If you do that, it's just a guaranteed loss. That's bad juju. I really appreciate if he didn't hit the second 440, but I guess we'll have to find out. He's getting pretty close. He's got some pop to his bat. He's certainly got some pop to his bat, but how's he going to end this up? Kauffman's a pretty big stadium. They got some wide outfields. They got some deep outfields. So it's not like Coors. It's not like Great American or Comerica. It's pretty difficult to hit some home runs here, at least consistently. So we'll see how he does. He's already about to be 2 minutes in. Here's his under 2 minute pitch. And that's going to be fair. Yes, 413. All right, Luke, don't you dare go on a hot streak. Don't you even dare go on a hot streak. That's 444. That is the bonus time secured. And he might have found his groove. That's 3 in a row. 10 away from tying, 11 from winning. Now he's 10 away from winning. He's 9 away from winning. We are in a dangerous scenario here. Luke Raley has gone on a streak. Okay, he missed that one. He's still got 30 seconds left in bonus. But he's kind of gone soft here. 14. 15. Final swing probably of regulation. And he's into bonus time. He needs 5 to tie, 6 to win. I don't think he can hit 6 in bonus or in 30 seconds. That'd be kind of crazy. But he's going to make it a game. He's going to make it intense. Oh, but he needed that one. Even with that one, I don't know if he would have been able to hit it. He does get 18. So Adolis Garcia survives the first round, and we will take on Jordan, who is actually the 8th seed, which is really crazy. And he eats 18. So we have to hit 19 to secure the finals with Adolis Garcia. This is kind of a wild matchup. Jordan Alvarez being an 8th seed feels very, very weird, especially when he beat the 1 seed Juan Soto. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy that he's actually an 8th seed, but whatever. I guess he just wasn't hitting as many home runs as he usually does. I don't think I've ever really seen him lower than like a 4 seed in one of these. At least not that I've been paying attention to. I was a little bit late on that. Oh, I'm surprised that even got over. I was late on that one too. That one didn't get over. That's what I expected the first one to do. Trying to time these up the best I can to send them in different directions. But obviously with a righty hitter, you're going to send them to left field. That's just the way that it goes. Ooh, that one felt real good. We are at 5. We got to remember, we're not setting the pace. We are chasing the pace. So we gotta step it up here if we want to move on past Jordan Alvarez. Come on, Adolis. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. You can do it. I'd really prefer that bonus time, though. And there it is, right on cue. 452. I wish this pitcher would throw me some stuff not at my shins. All you got to do is throw it in the middle of the plate. That's all you got to do. It's not rocket science. All right, I'm going to use my timeout. I used it a little bit earlier this time than last time. But I still have to hit a crazy amount of home runs in this final minute and a half. 445. Okay, we're on a little bit of a run here. Good job, Adolis. Oh, that one felt crispy. 470, that's the deepest. Deepest we've hit all day. I told you that one felt crispy. What kind of pitch was that? That was at my shins again. We need to fire this thrower. All right, that's the final one of regulation. We got 30 seconds to hit 3 to tie. Come on, Adolis. All I need is 3. I mean, I'd love to hit 4, but I don't know if we're going to have the time to hit 4. I need to hit all of these, and I'm not going to do it. We're only going to have time for one more swing. Adolis Garcia will fall to Yordan Alvarez. That is the most fraudulent 8 seed I've ever seen in my life. The fact that Yordan Alvarez is the 8 seed is crazy. He's cheating. He's paying off somebody to get that 8 seed. Absolute insanity. It's going to be Royce Lewis hitting 17. Shohei needs 18 to move on, and he will get just that. Yordan Alvarez versus Shohei Ohtani for the crown. Alvarez hits 18, and Shohei will not hit 18, only 16, which is what I hit. And Yordan Alvarez, the 8 seed, wins the Derby. That is the most fraudulent 8 seed I've ever seen in my entire life. He was the 1 seed coming into this. He's always the 1 seed, and yet that's unbelievable. The fact that they shouldn't even have it coded into the game to have Yordan Alvarez be lower than like the 3 or 4 seed. If he's not going to be the 1, 2, or 3, then he should just not make the Derby. There's no way that you can allow him to be the 8 seed. That's just not fair to everybody else. I'm not sure how many All-Stars we have. I really don't know, but we got to go to Kauffman because that's where the Derby was held. So we have no Bobby Miller. We don't have Scooble. We sent him to Cincinnati, and he's having a killer year. Good for you, Scooble. I hate you. We don't have any pitchers. Oh, we do. We have Garrett Crochet. I forgot he was on our team. We have Garrett Crochet, and it looks like that is it. So just Garrett Crochet in the bullpen makes the All-Star team for pitching. And then in the lineup, we have Miyuki. We don't have Alec Bohm, excuse me. We don't have anybody down here. Adolis Garcia makes it the very back. So we only get 2 All-Stars this year. We're having such a good year to only get 2 All-Stars. That's kind of wild, actually. And none of them are starting. So this is going to be kind of a quick All-Star game for us because we're only going to show our players playing. So I guess let's get into it.
Gotta love the All-Star festivities. Always a great show. We'll be back to get this thing started after this. Live from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri, MLB The Show brings you the MLB All-Star Game. It's the National League All-Stars taking on the American League All-Stars. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Singy, always special when we get together to call the All-Star Game.
Well, we've done a lot of these together, and sometimes you come in and think, ho-hum, another year. But once you look and you see these All-Star players, their uniforms on, them interacting with one another, you realize just how special it is. It's going to be a great one tonight.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. All right, ready to go.
Okay, so how we're going to do this is we're going to simulate the game until it needs to get to substitutions, and then we will bring in our 2 members and play with them and then get out of here. Well, it won't be too long. So Max Fried starting for the American League, and he gets done pretty quickly. Spencer Strider, Max Fried, excuse me. Spencer Strider allows 1 run. That's not too good. So now we will fast forward, and then we will change pitcher here. Pitching change, and we will bring in another starter, Bobby Miller. They will pinch their players. They'll change their players. We'll take Bobby Miller out. We'll bring in former Bolts pitcher, Scooble. He does a good job. It's 2-1 NL, so we're up on top. That's good to see. 3-1 or 3-1 now. That's also nice. And now it's getting time to change our lineup here. So let's start bringing in some new blood. Actually, you know what? We'll give these last two guys their third at bat. Okay, now Corbin Carroll will start with the pinch hitting, and we'll bring in Michael Harris in center field. He'll fly out. Then Ke'Bryan Hayes will get pinch hit for no extra third baseman. So I guess it's going to have to be C.J. Abrams. And he gets out. Okay, so we'll pitching change for Joe Musgrove. And then we will pinch hit Juan Soto in right field. Probably for Shohei. Nope, this is where... actually, you know what? Adolis is probably better at DH, right? I mean, Shohei's probably good at DH too, obviously. You know what? Adolis is coming in. We're jumping in. They bring in Emmanuel Clase? Of course they do. Of course they freaking do. All right, Adolis, don't let me down. Don't bring me down, down. Come on, Adolis. Let's get this job done. Ooh, okay, slider. I hate hitting against Clase. He's just so good. He's just so good. Why do you think I had to get him in the Padres series? Oh, he tried to pinch me. He tried to pinch me. That one's out of here. Adolis Garcia. Santa Maria. That one is out of here. An all-star home run for a Indianapolis Bolts player. That's what I'm talking about. He tried to throw that inside, tried to jam me. But Adolis said, thank you very much. That ball is toasted. That's at the very bottom. That's just pure man strength. That's raw man strength. That's at the very bottom of the bat. That's at the neck of the bat, the throat of the bat. He shoved that baseball down the throat of the bat and gagged it. That's a real man right there. Matt Olson's up next. We will pinch hit him for Rhys Hoskins. He flies out. Mookie. He'll get pinch hit for Frankie Lindor. And then Teoscar Hernandez will get pinch hit for... This will be a good spot for Shohei. Shohei can go play left. And he strikes out. Of course he does. Pitching change. You know what? Garrett Crochet is coming in. Big dog on the mound. Let's get this job done with Garrett Crochet. We already had a really good showing with Adolis. And now C.J. Abrams playing third base. Good job there, C.J. Gets Julio Rodriguez out. Marcus Seaman's up next. See if we can dilute the semen. 1-2 count to him. We'll go to the slider here. A little slide piece. And he fouls that off. Okay. We'll go circle change now. I'm not afraid to do it. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. The semen fired, and the semen is not accurate. And now it's time for Akil Baddoo. Okay, Akil. What you got for me? He's got a grounder to Frankie, and that's going to be a 3-up, 3-down for the Bolts. Hey, Bolts showing out strong in the All-Star game. I'll say that much. The Bolts are showing up strong. I'd say this is probably the best showing we've had in a long time. Blake Sable will get the DH spot. He'll get a single. Altuve will get pinch hit for Ketel Marte. He'll strike out. And then Alvarez will get pinch hit for Kybert Ruiz. He strikes out. We've only got 2 guys left. Who knows if they'll even get chances. Garrett Crochet will get pinch hit for Edwin Diaz. Or pinch hit. He'll get subbed out for Edwin Diaz. We go top of the 9th. Adolis Garcia's up again. And I think we have to probably put Tatis in. That makes the most sense. He deserves to at least get a chance. And then Rhys Hoskins is up. He'll swing back-to-back walks. Ryan Helsley, what are you doing, big dog? And then we'll put Amador in. He will get a double, and that's an RBI. Ohtani strikes out because, of course, he does. And then to end the game, it'll be Jose Alvarado. And we do close the door 5-1. And one of those runs was scored by our guy, Adolis Garcia. So I'll take that as a big old W. We get the win. He doesn't get player of the game, though, even though he probably should. Even Teoscar had 2 RBIs instead of our 1. Oh, whoop-de-doo. Fancy. Whatever. We had a really good showing in the All-Star break. Okay, so now it's time to get back to basics here. Back to the grind. Stephen Kwan does not get the job done. Today's the day to sign draft picks. 42%'s not ideal. 58%, and then 40%. So we can get Cruz Soto hopefully locked up pretty good. We'll give him 3.9, and he has declined. Cruz Soto said no thank you. All right, being a little stingy. Hopefully we can get the job done there. We do. Another day to sign draft picks. We are 3.5 games up on the Pirates. Of course, the 1 year that we actually have a really good shot at doing something in the playoffs, the Pirates are right there with us. We're not close on anybody else. We'll have to give him 4.08, and he has declined that as well. Do we have to give Cruz Soto a max contract? We might have to. Camacho's still injured. We're going to keep him on the 60-day. Another day to sign draft picks. We're getting very close on these other guys. Offer contract. I'll give him the max, and he's finally decided to sign. I don't know what I would have done if he didn't sign. Hopefully he's good. Hopefully he is good. Ooh, I don't really know if we're going to be able to sign anybody else. We don't have really enough time. Another dangerous situation. How did the Reds win 1-0 out of that? 51% on Jameson, so we can offer him that. And he has decided to sign. Perfect. Can't offer anybody else. We can't offer Jason Beach, though. And we'll offer Jason Beach that. And he has picked up a contract. Thank you very much, Jason. But everybody else, I mean, we are just super, super low on everybody. So we're probably not going to be signing a big class here. Another day to sign draft picks. 50% on Omar Vega. So we'll hopefully lock him up, and he has agreed. And I guess we'll do this guy. We really need Nicholas Rico to sign. We are getting some good wins, though. Stephen Kwan, abdominal strain. Keep him active. Make him work. We're 6.5. Okay, the Pirates have started to slip up. That is beautiful. Pirates have started to slip up. Okay, we can finally offer Nicholas Rico. We'll have to give him a little bit of contract, and there we go. Rico has arrived at the squad, but I just don't think we're going to have enough time to sign any of these guys. They might be a little bit too far away. Any more wins? Ooh, we are adding the wins. That is for sure. Look at this. Look at this month. This has been a crazy month for us. 71 wins right now. And we take on the Pirates again. Maybe we won't need to make that trade for Patrick Sandoval. How is Kyle Harrison doing? Kyle Harrison's really stepping up. Okay. Maybe we don't need it. Kyle Harrison's turned it around. Skeens has turned it around. Hunter Brown's pitching well. Not really getting any support, but he's doing okay. Actually, Hunter Brown maybe needs to get replaced. Hunter Green is doing better than I would have thought he does. He never does well. I don't know what his problem is, but he never does well. But Kyle Harrison, the guy that we thought about replacing, is actually pitching really well right now. Maybe it's not Kyle Harrison that needs to get replaced. Maybe it's Hunter Brown or Hunter Green. Maybe one of those guys needs to get replaced. How good is Sandoval doing now? If we go to the Angels, Patrick Sandoval has been cold. Ooh, he's starting to struggle. Patrick Sandoval is starting to struggle. Maybe we just ride it out with the pitchers that we got. Maybe we just don't break the system. We don't break the groove. We just kind of ride it out and then hope that Freddie Peralta comes back and is good next year. Maybe it's not worth getting rid of our guys for really no purposes. Kwan's back healthy. The Braves have offered me a trade, though. They want Abner Uribe, and they were willing to give me Huascar and Yanoa, who is actually winning a lot of games, but is getting hit hard in his ERA and his whip, and his WAR is pretty bad too. And then they also want to give me Ken Giles. No, I like me some Abner Uribe, and he's only 25. And he's pitching really, oh my God. How many times has he pitched? He's pitched 33 innings. Okay, Abner, I see you out here. He's killing it. I'm not doing that trade, absolutely not. But today is the trade deadline. We have been on a crazy win streak right now. We are 9-1 in our last 10 games. I don't think I'm going to be messing up the chemistry. I think I'm going to let everything ride. I mean, Juice is leading off. Willie Adames is doing well. Everybody's playing really, really well. Obviously, Frelick is playing because I could have sworn that it said Stephen Kwan was back healthy, though. Is he just not on the team? Where's he at? Steven Kwan. I mean, he's there in center field. Where's he at in this? Oh, he's DHing. Why is he DHing? That should never be a thing. He should be playing left field most likely. So switch that to left field, and he should also be hitting down here. I want him to be my second leadoff man. That's the whole point. Now he's playing center field. What is this lineup doing? What is happening? So he's playing center field here. Riley Green's in right field. Adolis is at DH. I don't mind Adolis being in right field or being in DH. I guess this is cool. Whatever. I mean, we're winning games. Why mess with it? Why mess with it? And I don't think... I was really worried about Kyle Harrison, but he's really turned it around. I mean, he's 8-2 with a 2.75 ERA and a 1.12 WHIP, and his WAR is 1.5. I mean, he's really starting to impress me. This is not what I expected. I was fully prepared to make the move for either Sandoval or somebody else. I don't think I'm going to make any moves. I know that some of these ERAs and WHIPs are a little bit high, but I think we're going to ride it out with this team. I mean, we're 72 wins in July. Why mess with the chemistry? So we're going to pass the deadline. We get another win. Another day to sign draft picks. But I can't even offer contracts because they're not... I can't offer contracts. Oh, perfect. Okay. Well, then I might as well try to go... Oh, Eddie didn't want to come. Okay. Nope, Marcus Moore didn't want to come either. Okay, I'm not going to sign anybody, am I? I didn't get Maury either. Wow, okay. We didn't get a single person there. That's kind of embarrassing. Oops. All right, but that is going to be the end of this episode. That is going to be the end of this episode. The next episode, we will wrap up the season. We will do August and September in the next episode. And hopefully, you know what? Let's finish the series against the Pirates. Peralta's still injured. And, okay, we take 2 of 3 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. We are 9-1 our last 10 games, and we are 9 games up on the Pirates. We are looking really, really good. And that's going to do it for the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.